Hey guys. Yes, I've got my headset going on. Yes, I'm still using my crappy laptop camera. That's all that I have. It's probably all I'm ever gonna have. Maybe eventually. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on how into this I get. Um, right now I'm just doing this to kind of help me out. Sort of like a live journal that I can just go back and review on that I'm sharing with the world in hopes that maybe my experiences can help other people kind of understand or view things differently with more understanding. Anyways, today I pretty much just want to talk about validation. What I mean by validation is acknowledging and accepting how you feel. Because I've noticed that there's a lot of people that kind of go around and they just, they don't really acknowledge how they feel, or they don't acknowledge how other people feel. I've noticed that I also do that, and I've noticed I'm notorious for invalidating my own feelings. My family is also pretty notorious for invalidating my feelings. And what I mean by that is essentially when I was little, I would say that I was tired or that I was stressed. And my mom would say, "You don't know what stressed is," or "You're not tired. You don't know what tired is." And, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I guess. Sure." Um, and I've noticed that there are a lot of people that kind of do that to each other as well. Most of the time, it seems to be um, kind of in encouragement. They're trying to encourage their friend or, just kind of help them, but it's not really helping them. Like if someone says, I'm not feeling it today. I feel pretty down. I've actually seen people go, "Oh, it's not that bad. You'll be okay. Come on, let's just go out and let's just have fun and you'll forget all about it." I understand that that's trying to be helpful, and maybe the person just needs to get out of the house, but invalidating how they feel isn't going to make them feel better. Usually in that situation, I would prefer someone to just say, "Okay, well, do you want to talk? What do you need? Do you want a cup of tea? Do you want to go for a walk? We don't have to go do anything. We can go sit by the water or sit in the woods or just wander the forest, whatever." But I mean, that's me personally. But just invalidation is a thing that I've noticed people do. People do it mostly to themselves as well, saying, "Oh, well, people have it worse off than me," or, "At least I'm not this person," or "At least this didn't happen." That doesn't make it better. That doesn't change how you feel. You still feel the way that you feel. And you're allowed to feel that. One of the worst moments of invalidation I've had happened just a few months ago, actually. I started seeing my doctor again, and he gave me medication that doesn't work for me because I knew it wouldn't. I tried it anyways, open mind, didn't work. Anyways, and I was talking to my mom, and we got on the topic of suicide. And I told her that since I was younger, I didn't specify how much younger, I just said younger, since I was younger, I had considered it, planned it, and almost attempted it a couple times. Every time, the only thing that held me back was the unsurmountable rage I had towards the idea of quitting. That's what I considered it. Suicide was taking the coward's way out. And, that was the only thing that kept me going. But recently, after everything, I kind of got to a point where I understand. I know why people go down that road. They're tired. They're not necessarily giving in. They just can't really see themselves going on anymore. They don't see a point or a reason, or they just don't know how. And I get that. I've almost come to that point. And I was talking to my mom about this, and I told her that the only thing that had stopped me recently was the idea of how selfish it was. That I would end my pain by dispersing it through everybody that I care about and everybody that cares about me. And that's unfair to them. And you know that was something that had stopped me for the last few years. But this past spring, last winter even, it almost didn't stop me. The only thing that stopped me was my fear. That's it. My fear. And I felt that I was actually being able to talk to my mom. I felt that I could actually be open and honest with her 100%. And that she was actually open and understanding and accepting that her daughter has depression. But she said to me, I understand she was probably trying to be supportive, but it was the way she said it. She said, well, then you can't be depressed because you can't take your own life. Cue record scratch. I'm sorry. What? That doesn't mean anything. It means that I'm selfless because I'm continuing to suffer so that other people don't have to. That's all it means. But, it's a good example of invalidation. You're not what you are. You don't feel how you do because you didn't do a stereotypical thing, or it's not as bad as, or it's not the same as. No, everybody is different. What I can tolerate isn't what she can tolerate, or my brother can tolerate, or my roommates can tolerate. It's not what you can tolerate. You can probably go through the zombie apocalypse and not be fazed. But then not being able to find a Twinkie? Oh my god. Mental breakdown. Zombieland reference for anybody wondering. But, me just being ignored and feeling alone is enough to just make me be like, this is too much. Some people can go through so many things, and others can barely handle stress or, anything like that. So that's why it really bothers me when I see these motivational speeches. There's actually one on YouTube, and the title of it in caps is "You Are Not Depressed." Yes, I've been medically diagnosed with major depressive disorder. That's a thing. I have it. Don't tell me I'm not depressed. I am. I'm fully aware that I am. I suffer and deal with it every single day. It's there. Rambling. I knew I should have wrote a script. Anyways, my point is, we shouldn't be tearing each other down or invalidating each other. I think that's what's kind of causing the... Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn. Every time I turn on my camera, I just start yawning. But I think the fact that we keep tearing each other down is what's causing a lot of issues. Actually, it is what's causing a lot of issues. If you have any thought or feeling that you might be depressed, or that you're not 100% happy, or just, unfazed. What am I trying to say? If you have a feeling or a thought that you might be depressed, don't bury it. Talk to someone about it, And if someone comes to you saying, I'm feeling a little down, or I need to talk to someone, don't blow them off. If you can't talk to them right that minute, it's understandable. Just tell them, hey, I'm here for you. Could we talk about this later? And actually follow through with it. Because if someone approaches you saying they need to talk to you, they need to talk to you. That's serious. A lot of people don't like to talk to other people when they're feeling upset or they need to talk about something. I was one of those people. I still kind of am. I don't like to talk to people about my issues because I don't want to burden them. But anyways, don't invalidate yourself. Don't invalidate others. Make time for yourself. Make time for your friends. If somebody needs you, do what you can to help them. If you need someone, reach out. Let people know. Trust me, it's worth it. Don't just wallow in your own sadness or your own negative feelings, because they'll get worse. They will fester and they will get worse. The amount of times I've duct taped the bottle that contains my emotions, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. There's only so much duct tape can do. It's a lot, but there's only so much. Anyways, non-cohesive rambling. Hopefully you caught the point. Don't invalidate. Listen to what you feel. Act upon it. Acknowledge it. And then eventually you can work on it and find out what you need to do to make it better. I'm not necessarily saying that it will go away entirely. Some things just don't. But you will find ways to cope with it and live with it and just not let it bother you so much. Anyways, see you around.